Tyler, what's going on, man? See if I can finish this thing up, man. So we can move on to something else. In the utmost respect, right? There's a lot of Demon Slayer fans out there. Up here. Start from the top.
Cryptic unknown.
Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Look at this dude.
Cryptic unknown.
Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Look at this dude.
Heather Whitson, Facebook. Amazing as per usual. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. They're well deserved. I don't know about all that, but I'll take it. I'm just messing with you. How are you doing, by the way?
No complaints here, just figuring out the new normal. I totally understand. Something that caught us all off guard, and yet we are left to just simply get used to it. But even in bizarre times like these, I'll still say it could be much worse. Much worse. Which I am thankful that it hasn't gotten much worse. In spite of how bad it's been. So. It's all good, better than it has been, and getting better. Oh yeah. Yeah, it seems like everything is slowly but surely getting back to the getting back to normal, so to speak. Hope everybody continue just to have that patience and not try to rush things. EQ Artz from YouTube says, "Nice, bro. Appreciate it, man." Thanks for tuning in. So I'm trying to wrap this thing up now. What kind of crayons do I use? These crayons are Prismacolor Premier color pencils, pastel base. And since they are pastel base, I suppose in a sense they are much like a fancier version of Crayola, like crayons, if you think about it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check you out, man. Sit on Instagram. Yeah, I mean, you can link up with me. I'm not gonna be able to do it now, but hit me up on Instagram from the from VinceArtz_. You know, hit me up on there, and I'll definitely hit you back, man. Like I said, and check you out. Check your artwork out. What type of work do you do? For some odd reason, it is not showing up in the viewers not showing up. DQ Art says, I draw mostly anime, but sometimes I try to do realistic stuff. Yep, same here. You know, try to balance a little bit of both. In certain moments I'm doing anime, and the next I'm going for realism. And even the next, like optical illusions, you know. Just can't keep it steady. So at the moment I'm in the anime phase. Probably the next it'll be, you know, the realistic portraits. Same with me, bro. I just keep it to one art sometimes. We got this. Yeah. It's nothing to stress over. It is what it is. It is what it is. I tend to work at a pace where I'm not pressured, you know? New crayons for the entire art piece. Yeah, so far it's been Prismacolor. Prismacolor. Yeah. Yeah, just should crack it open. I mean, since you got them as a gift, I mean, just crack it open and use them. What are you referring to, the Prismacolor or Crayola? As far as blending. Prismacolor. So you have cracked them open and used them. So you have tried them. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, this blend's pretty good. Prismacolor. And even Crayola is like, you know, it's underrated because, you know, it's more on the cheaper end, but before I started using Prismacolor, it was Crayola, so. I think the major difference is, because with Crayola you can actually blend fairly decent, but I think that just the biggest difference between the Prismacolor and Crayola, you know, it's it's more vibrant with the Prismacolor. Especially the bright colors, they pop just a little bit more, or much more than the Crayola. And especially when it comes to using, you know, the tone paper, you know, Prismacolor takes the edge as far as for the highlights and everything. The highlights and the bright colors, and allowing the image to pop. But that respect is still there for Crayola as well, so. Sheriff Osby, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, from YouTube says your art is amazing. Thank you, man. So I appreciate that. So I'm just doing nothing but vibing. A big up from Jamaica. Steels love your art. Surprised that you got so little subscribers. Your art is amazing. DQ Arts, man, I appreciate it. And yeah, the subscriber, you know, is lacking, but it's one of the things where I'm not really, you know, I don't look down upon anything because of it. I'm just gonna keep. But at the root of it all, I'm just doing all this because I enjoy it. Yeah, regardless of how many subscribers that I have. But do I have hopes of the subscribers growing? Absolutely, but if not, you know, if it doesn't pan out that way, I'll be cool. But I know my biggest flaw and why I am lacking, you know, subscribers and whatnot. I'm not as consistent as I should be. And Sheriff Osby, you an artist as well? So what type of art do you do? And where can I find you? It's like, do you have any postings on the YouTube? Joe Johnson from Facebook says, "Hey brother, nice to be here with you again." Joe, I appreciate you stopping by, man. And yes, here we are again with this live stream. DQ Art says, "Sheriff, do you have an Instagram? I draw as well." Yeah, man, we all gonna have to link up on that Instagram. Especially if you have one as well, Sheriff. Yeah, matter of fact, we're gonna look you boys up now. We'll go ahead and pause this recording. Which I'm still gonna be, the live stream is still gonna continue, but I paused the recording for the speed drawing presentation. So I'm gonna look you guys up. So maybe we could do a live show of some of our art. Let's see. So, Sheriff Osby, what is your IG, brother? So DQ Artz, I just followed you, and Sheriff, I'm looking you up right now. Oh yeah, this is awesome, dude. Yeah. So just checking them out now. Checking out you guys' art. Checking out y'all's art from my live stream. Yeah, man. Some DQ art. You got a little bit of Mario in there as well. It's a little bit of marble. Realism, anime. So your work is nice, man. It's amazing. Especially that one piece, though. So you got the still life. And Sheriff does. So you do digital art as well. So I like that spawn right there. So yeah, y'all's work is nice, man. So I'm gonna have to check that out a little bit later on, but I gotta get back to this. Yeah, y'all's work is amazing. You guys have amazing work. And I will be tuned in. Be on the lookout for you guys' future posts. Said Sheriff Osby says, which art do you like? So I like them all, man. And the digital design, like the digital work, so I do have a graphics tablet. And I've been very curious of cracking open. But yeah, your digital work is amazing, as well as the rest of your pieces on there. Yeah, it's awesome, man. And I appreciate you guys for following me back as well. Any of those that are a fan of video games, art, anime, that's the crowd I want to connect with. That's the peeps that I want to keep close by, you know? Yeah. So how long have you guys been doing art? And what inspired you guys to, to get involved with it? DQ Artz says, I've been drawing for I've been drawing ever since I was a kid. And Sheriff Osby says 8 or 9 years. Steve Art says, and I used to see my cousin drawing, and I just said I want to do that. That's awesome, man. Which I will be 32 this year, 32 years of age. And I picked an interest for it right around the age of like 8 or 9 years old. And I remember watching Bob Ross on the television, you know, before, you know, getting up, you know, before the bus arrives. I used to watch Bob Ross early in the mornings. Which I really didn't understand what he was doing, but it just looked cool. To just start from a blank canvas, and by the time he's finished, it's just this beautiful landscape, and he just popped out from, I mean, just came from nowhere. And like I said, I didn't really understand what it was at the time, but I know I was, you know, I just felt the connection with it, and I was like, I wanted to try that myself. So look at Todd McFarlane Artz and old animation from early 2000s. But yeah. But yeah, but like I said, it really wasn't anything special that got me inspired. I just had a connection from it. And just like you, DQ Arts, just after witnessing someone else doing it, and I just liked it to the point where I was like, I want to try that. And even to this day, it's like I don't really look forward to the completion of the work. I just enjoy the process the most. The progression and the blending and the shading. Even been a few pieces where prime example of me not really caring too much about the outcome, but just the progression and experimenting. And there was one piece, it was actually a few months back when I was working on a portrait drawing, and I pretty much accomplished everything I was going, you know, everything I was trying to experiment with, and I feel like I've accomplished it. And I didn't have the motivation to even complete it, because deep down I've already accomplished what I wanted to from the piece. So what I did live is I ripped it. I ripped it up. You know. I knew deep down I didn't want to finish it after I accomplished a small portion of it and was successful at the experiment that I was gunning for. So. Which nowadays a lot of the I think for presentation wise, it wasn't a good idea to rip it up. Yeah. So when I try to rip my art piece, it hurts me inside. Yeah, and that's understandable. I mean, it's kind of like if it's a passion of yours and you get frustrated with something, you rip it up, you know, it almost, you know, in an observer's eyes and in a lot of other people's eyes, it's just like, you almost like you're ripping a part of yourself up, but like I said, I'm at that point with it to where, again, I don't know why. I just really don't. I don't look forward to the completion, but just the process. In which someone is interested in purchasing this, and that's probably the only reason why probably the main reason why I'm completing it, but also for the purpose of, you know, presentation and utilize my other abilities, such as the you know, rendering for the speed drawing presentation. People want to see a completed speed drawing, so so in that regard, that's why I am completing this. But also, if I wasn't motivated to complete this, if I really wasn't motivated to complete this, I wouldn't, and I wouldn't try to force it. But Sheriff Osby asks, what is my favorite anime? That good old Dragon Ball, man. This time-wise, Dragon Ball it has my most invested interests, in which I've watched every aspect of it, from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, to Dragon Ball GT, to Dragon Ball Super, and even the movies. I've watched them all. So what about you guys? Yeah, man. I mean, use like the older, you know, I guess the older individuals. like I said, I'll be 32 this year, and like I said, Dragon Ball is an OG. Which my favorite was actually Dragon Ball Z. The Saiyan Saga and the Cell Saga, that was my favorite ones. And actually, Cell, that's my favorite character from Dragon Ball Z. Perfect Cell. DQ Artz says, I'm watching Black Clover at the moment. Yeah, and Cowboy Bebop, that was a great one. Short-lived, but it was good. Samurai Champloo, that was a good one. So a lot of those short-lived anime series, I think all of those were pretty good. Sheriff Osby says, I never liked the live-action Dragon Ball Z. I haven't watched Dragon Ball series in years. I don't think anybody liked the Dragon Ball Z, the live-action version. I don't think anybody liked that crap. Shoot, even the creators and the producers, they didn't really care too much about it either. Seen a few interviews where a lot of them said it was just, they was just there to, it was paid, it was paid for them. There wasn't any passion behind it. It was just all about the quick money, man. I mean, from the beginning, Goku was in school. That was the first mistake. Amongst a lot of the other issues with it, I think the primary one was Goku was actually in school. Sheriff Osby from YouTube says, but I can't wait for Mortal Kombat 2021 movie. Yeah, I've seen a few trailers of it. And is it supposed to be coming out on the 26th of this month? On HBO Max? So I'm looking forward to it as well. And as much as they're hyping it, saying that it's the best martial arts fighting scenes of all time, that is a huge statement. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to deliver as far as the fighting. Yeah, but even if it does have the best fighting scenes of all time, I don't think it's going to be that much greater than the rest, than the others that came before it. So Brandy Lynn says, I love Demon Slayer. Brandy Lynn from Facebook. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about Demon Slayer, but I've not seen the show yet. I just haven't had time. Sheriff Osby says, have you heard of Yasuke? Maybe, I'm not for sure. Sounds familiar. I'll probably have to see a picture. But yeah, Brandy, I've been aiming to get around to watching Demon Slayer. As I mentioned in the previous live streams, there's so much anime that I have to catch up on. Like I said, I haven't even watched the One Piece. I haven't even started watching that. There's so much out there, and there's so much of it that I've watched, and yet there's so much that I haven't. As far as the background, it's kind of making things up as I go. As far as the color schemes and the different designs and whatnot, it's kind of making up things as I go. But I wanted to keep it in sync. So I don't know if you remember, well, some of you guys that are tuned in, I did a portrait of his sister. And the background, I'm trying to make it as similar as that portrait. Because the customer that wants to buy this one, he purchased the other one I did of his sister. So I want to keep them in unison as far as the style and the background and whatnot. Anyone here plays Brawl Stars or Genshin Impact? I have not played Brawl Stars. When I seen the word Brawl, I was thinking Smash Brothers, but I'll have to look that up. Yeah, DQ Artz. I actually have it was a speed drawing video that I got posted on the YouTube channel. Somewhat recent. But yeah, that's definitely uploaded on the YouTube channel, the speed drawing video. From Nezuko. And speaking of gaming, like on my Twitch channel, I am going to exclusively start streaming, the old school games, some new games, up and coming games, and but it's going to be mostly old school, mixed in with some PC and. DQ Artz, as I see it, it looks amazing. Thank you. I think you're referring to the Nezuko. Yeah, if you guys are into gaming, I mean, you can check me out on the Twitch, which I am currently streaming from there right now as well, with the art. Because Twitch is going to be featuring, the art live streams and the gaming. Facebook is going to be the live streaming, with the still post of the progressional picks. And YouTube is going to be the live streams, speed drawing presentations, and to the very few that requested, drawing tutorials. just taking me a very long time to get to those tutorials. So I'm one of those individuals that I'm self-taught, which I've gotten numerous, several advice from, the masters, the master artists, really incredible artists that at creating art and also instructing as well. But I think at the core of it all, and the progression that I've gained, a lot of it was through self-teachings. And so I've never really looked at myself as being an instructor or some sort. Simply because I've never really been a student, a real student myself. But it's gonna be more or less of me, demonstrating and explaining what I'm doing. And if you guys, if you like what you hear and see and you want to test it out yourself, awesome. But also, I want you guys to have the freedom to just experiment any way you want. I mean, because I have a certain way that I do things, and that may not be what you want to do, So I want to encourage and leave people open to just find themselves within the art. Rather than take it, going the route that I'm going. Because it's definitely not the only way. Sheriff Osby says, PlayStation 2 was the bomb. Oh yeah, man. PlayStation 2, it even shoot all the way back to the regular Nintendo, man. As I come from the Stone Age of gaming. Not quite far back as the Atari, but the first Nintendo's, first NES, the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Like, that's the era that I grew up in. And so, of course, when everything started going to 3D, with the Nintendo 64 and the PlayStation 1, that was very revolutionary to me. And then they set the bar again with the next gen after that with the PlayStation 2. The GameCube, and well, I'll say the Dreamcast was actually first before the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube, which that was somewhat revolutionary. That was very underrated. Which was the Sega Dreamcast. And obviously, fast forward to the PS3 and the PS4. And now we're to the PlayStation 5s. But the evolution is not as exciting. As it once was. Steve Q Art says, I remember playing on my 3DS. Although I couldn't buy most of the games because I was a kid. Yeah. Yeah. You only had access to it, within your parents' budget. Or if you had like a side hustle. But you're gonna have to start buying when you finally finish school. So yeah, man. And if I'm not mistaken, on your Instagram, it said you were 17, correct? That is not right. So you'll be turning 18 in January of next year. So yeah, man, you still... You're still young, man. In a lot of people's eyes, they were like, so am I. But yeah, and those times are coming where you can just, you know, where you can buy any game system that you want. Right now, school is most important. I wonder if I can just simply erase this. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So have I ever worked on comics or concept arts? As far as concept art, there is multiple directions that can I can go in. But as far as the comic books, like the comic art, it's been a while. Yeah, the concept art kind of depends on what you really, what you really mean. You say concept. I did not expect that to be a reddish color. I'll learn something new. But yeah, concept art, it has like many different definitions of what that truly means. Yeah, I did not expect this to turn pink reddish. I have to go back and just blend out everything so this color can match that color. Hooray! It's like I'm gonna be here much longer than I thought. We have to go ahead and figure it out now before pushing even further. Bosby says, sometimes I like drawing singers on digital. Yeah. That used to be my thing too, man. Drawing a lot of musicians and singers using charcoal or graphite. Yeah, that used to be my thing. Yeah, I seen that digital art you did of Prince. So that's pretty dope. Yeah. I think I've done maybe... like 3 or 4 French drawings in the last few years. Which they may be on my Instagram page as well, those Prince drawings. Oh, perhaps maybe 2 of them are. So I think ever since getting involved with photography as well, when it comes to portrait drawings, I've kind of been going the route of trying to stay away from, you know, celebrity portraits and all that. So I think the last one I did was Nick Cannon. far as portrait drawings go. Celebrity portrait drawings. I've slowly been drifting away from that. Trying to get more involved with doing portrait drawings that I actually capture from my own lens of people. You know, just local people. That way I can pretty much cast them and take a picture of them, and the lighting can be just the way I want it, and start drawing portraits from there. Yeah, I've been steadily making that transition to that direction when it comes to the portrait drawings. Hey, is there a difference between Prismacolor Premier and Prismacolor Scholar? Because I got both. Not sure. I usually go with the Prismacolor Premier. I'm not for sure. But if you got both of them sitting there, I'd definitely just take them out and just try it. Just test them out. But so I never used like the actual Scholar brand to answer that. So. Do they both say pastel base? So they're both still considered pastel. My answer probably is going to be it's not much of a difference. Yeah, sure thing. Like I said, just test them both out. Here, Fosby asked if I'd drawn any animals. Yeah, I actually have. Not in the last few years, maybe. I've drawn tigers, cheetahs, panthers, horses. But I think due to the whole social media, you know, me recently getting involved with it, and knowing that I haven't drawn animals in years, you know, it's probably not on social media platforms anywhere. Might have to go back and check. Yeah, which I used to enjoy drawing animals. I like drawing a Hulk for my Instagram. So I think I did see that one too. Yeah, it was pretty dope. I think I remember seeing that one. I think the only thing that I have, like, closest to nature is, like, creatures, is the spider. I think that's probably about the only thing that I have on Instagram. Very bizarre color. Am I a Marvel or DC Comics fan? I'm both. I like them both. which I'm more of a fan of Marvel, but you know, I enjoy them both. And I think the only character that I don't like amongst them both is Superman. I never really liked Superman. And I really didn't care about the idea of him actually needing the rest of the Justice League. I mean, he's just there, but which they dumbed him down in the movies a lot, but in the comics, he doesn't need the Justice League. Yeah, a few people try to debate, like with Superman. There's so many things and try to argue the fact, but that this character is smarter than Superman, or that character is smarter than Superman, or this character is much faster than Superman, or I don't know. I think Superman is like a god trying to live amongst men. Like, he is as powerful as he needs to be. But if he really wanted to, he could be much stronger and much powerful than what he actually is. I like both Marvel and DC. Yeah. If I was sitting watching one for a while, I think I'd watch Marvel. So yeah, Static Shock is cool. But yeah, movie-wise, Marvel, you know.
Do you enjoy?
Yeah, I mean, there's really no comparison at this point as far as the movies, the live-action movies, between the two. Like, Marvel kicked, they kicked DC's butt in the live-action movies. So anyone play PUDG? What is PUDG? I don't think I've heard of that one. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that one. Oh. Yeah, no, I haven't played it. Yeah, I say as far as gaming, I'm mostly into, you know, the open worlds, the survival horror. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. Fighting games, you know, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Smash Bros. Which in a lot of people's eyes, Smash Brothers is not technically a fighting game, but I'll consider it a fighting game. Street Fighter, of course. So the Marvel vs. Capcom series. King of Fighters. Can't see how many people is tuned in or not. Like the eyeball icon is saying 0 views so far. Pretty sure some people are tuned in based on the chats. Yeah, I know you and Sheriff is here at DQ Arts. Yeah, I appreciate you guys too, man. Recording is still good. DQR says, I'm actually doing homework while watching this. It's literally keeping me awake at this point. What, this boring live stream is keeping you awake, man? So by the way, what time is it over there in your neck of the woods? Like, what time zone are you in, DQ Arts? I'm in the Eastern time zone, and it's 1:08 a.m. over here. It's after midnight. Which I am a night owl, by the way. So I work a night shift job, which I'm off tonight, but typically on my days off, I keep the same sleep pattern, so. The Eastern time zone peeps, it's one reason why I go live late. I'm trying to make it to go live much sooner. In due time. Okay, so you're like an hour behind. Okay. so it's not too bad. This design looks like a weird flower type abstract thingy. Rotate this thing. Rotate the camera a bit. Maybe. And it's still back. You guys can see what's going on up there. And yeah, I guess that's about as good as it's gonna get. I need to get some lightweight cameras. So probably to get some high quality webcams. It's very lightweight. Why I even decide to put this amount of energy and effort into this background? It's not really a lot of energy, but the effort, I guess, because I care. And again, I'm kind of just making up the background as I go. So I really didn't have a solid idea on purpose on what I wanted to do with the background. But I knew the style of it, I wanted to be similar to the Nezuko drawing. Somewhat. Really didn't have a full plan on how I was going to execute it. By the way, since you guys are still tuned in, I should have asked this much sooner. How's the sound? You know, the sound quality of the music and the microphone. Which I know I'm not the best speaker in the world, but quality-wise, and I know it's not 100%, but is it halfway decent? So feedback is very important. So I'm still fairly new to this setup. So I'm still in a troubleshooting phase. And even after I get past this phase, if there's any problems with you guys, on how you guys are receiving it, I mean, let me know at all times. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. It's kind of like an abstract flower or something. Grab this thing. surviving right now, man. It's taking a bit longer than I expected, but it's all right.
DJ Razzie Productions.
Yeah. I should have started from over here and worked my way down. It's all good. Oh, any of you guys looking forward to that new Space Jam movie coming out? If you don't comment, your silence will say it all. And I don't blame you. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the things I really didn't see coming, but I don't know, I wasn't so pumped about the trailer. I wasn't too pumped about the trailer. But I'd always say is like, well, man, I might not be looking forward to it, but you know, as long as the kids enjoy it or look forward to it, that's the main thing that matters. EQ Arts, man, I appreciate you stopping by, man. And yeah, it is 1:39 over here, so that means it is 12:39 over there. So yeah, man, get you some rest, dude. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be done by the time you wake. There will be a speed drawing presentation as well. Leak, what's going on? Same old, same old. Well, same here. Same old, same old. So you working tonight? think I'm gonna leave it right there. And stay tuned for the speed drawing presentation. And I guess let's move on to something else. I'll check you guys out soon.